around the energies. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Hello and welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be March 2025 energy forecast reading for all the signs. I'm going to go ahead and timestamp it so you can find it in the description of this video. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So for the month of March 2025, what's the energy coming through for Aries? Hello everyone, welcome back. Okay, Aries. So there's definitely some sort of like fast momentum and projects. This is something that didn't feel like there was any like roots tied to it, but I'm getting the word contract. Okay, so something about a contract that's going to be coming through. And this is something that somebody here has been waiting for a long time to just kind of wrap up and finish. There is some sort of emotional fulfillment. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to connect with those that this energy considers as family. So I see a lot of abundance, especially either with family or those who this energy considers like family. Yeah, a lot of happy times, emotional fulfillment, and there's going to be some sort of like, I don't want to say an announcement, but some sort of like big milestone or something like that. Oh, look at that. There might be like a big announcement. Ooh. Okay, anything else? When it comes to this energy, is like spirituality and what they consider to be of value, you know, people, places, or things. There is this, I sense a lot of like highs and lows. So there may be a lot of like attention, a lot of like love pouring in, and then all of a sudden, like, it's kind of like if somebody comes as a guest and they stay for a few days or what have you, and then as soon as they're gone, you kind of sense this feeling of emptiness. So that's what I'm feeling here. So somebody here is going to enjoy a lot of like great and fun times, and as soon as they leave, or they know that it's not like a forever thing, I'm sensing here somebody is going to be a little bit like sad and like a little mopey, I will say. Okay. Hello, welcome. English only, please. Okay, so that was for Aries, and then for Taurus. Taurus. Okay. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Rewind, Aries. Rewind. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to give you guys like a lucky message. A lucky message as a result of St. Patrick. So what's the luck coming in for Aries? Hopefully they weren't like a click off like as soon as they started hearing Taurus. Okay. So Aries, the luck coming in. Okay, cool. So luck coming in is a lot of resting time. Okay, a lot of resting time. I'm picking up on like a very like single energy that they're going to be something about a single earthy grounded energy from afar. Okay, what about this energy? Why is this the good thing? Yeah, remember I kept saying I was picking up on a very grounded energy. So this may be like a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn and their Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, but there was some sort of like silence treatment or some sort of falling apart that had happened in the past. But somebody is like either like coming around or there's like more access to them. Okay. That's the good stuff. Because I feel like in the past, this energy thought that this person, this energy didn't care about them at all. They didn't feel like they were cared about, anything else. Something about being lied to. Okay. So somebody here thought that they were getting the silent treatment because they were lying or were caught lying. Okay, wait. So why is that the good thing? Oh, okay. It's because they're coming back around. It's like they have no longer just cut off not all contact, but like instead of yeah, they're coming back around a little bit. So that's the luck. Okay, bottom of the deck, yeah. So you may be spending time with somebody like this that I mentioned. You'll know who it is. Okay. Taurus. Okay. So this is the energy for March 2025. But remember, I read energies here. So whenever you find this video is whenever you find it. Oh, too much. Okay, what's happening? What is happening? In March, and at the end we'll wrap it up with a final message. A lucky St. Patrick's Day message. So Taurus, for you, March is looking pretty good actually. March, like especially, when it comes to connections, partnerships, work, wherever there needs to be some level of charisma and leadership. it's good. It's a great balance. People, there's a lot of appreciation energy that I'm picking up. And there is something that wants to start or wants to get off the ground, and that wants to be like put into motion and communicated about. But and it's something very significant, but something about like somebody here being too afraid to come forward, too afraid to make the jump, and like going all in towards making a shift or change that is going to be like life changing is what I'm seeing here. So somebody here really does need to like take a leap of faith. They're definitely contemplating whether or not to start this brand new chapter in their life. But I see here, well, is it a good idea for them? Should they? I mean, this has definitely been something that's been like on the fence about for a long time. But somebody here was just kind of like on the fence about it, like they were not healed yet enough to return or come back or like start, restart or try again. Somebody here was not willing to do that. But after some healing and some like reflecting and knowing that there's going to be help and abundance and productivity, like it's somebody here is definitely leaning towards uh, trying something new here. It's 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 giving a warning. It's saying resist the temptation of like rocking the boat. It's just like, especially if somebody here is dealing with somebody that they care about, they are like two peas in a pod, they they have history, etc. Like somebody here has, I don't want to say like a temper, but they have like a manipulative tactic. I'm getting like a tantrum. Okay, somebody has a tendency to throw a tantrum, uh, fully knowing what the problem is. So it's kind of like somebody here has a tendency to like deflect the problem by focusing on another problem. Okay, so it's just like it's a manipulative tactic. I don't care what you want to call it. But somebody here is going to have to realize, like, especially if somebody here is trying to improve their life and their situations and relationships with the people around them, is something about conflict management. Like, somebody here needs to be better about trying not to rock a boat. Okay, that's the message coming through. And we'll wrap it up with what's the lucky message as a result of St. Patrick's Day for the month of March 2025. What's the luck coming through? Huh. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I will say this. The lucky thing that's coming through is somebody here is going to have Hello, Scooby. Well, how are you? Oh, doing well, doing well. Yes, okay. So, the lucky message uh, is that due to somebody's successful silent treatment, I know it's weird, due to somebody's successful silent treatment, it's almost like somebody here is wounded, and so as a result they don't want to repeat cycles and stuff like that. So everybody's almost like trying to be on their best behavior is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, because I see here there has been a tendency to be a lot of like conflict, and so yeah, there's going to be more like that the people or energies that are involved. There's definitely the sense of like trying to put the best foot forward, etc. Like trying not to step on each other's toes, like trying to not cause drama and chaos is what I'm seeing here. Okay, well that's good. Let's move on. Alright, Geminis. Moving on to Geminis for March 2025. And we'll wrap it up with a final St. Patrick's Day lucky message at the end. So Geminis, what's the message coming through? Geminis. Scooby Road, are you reading for the signs? Yes. Technically, yes. I've separated it into different signs, but you know, for those of you who are familiar with my style, I read energies, so you know, if you're listening in, there you may resonate, you know, or you could just wait until your sign. Okay, so for Geminis, there has been a lot of resting, recuperating, taking time off, and there's the sense of hello, Canon, welcome back. And there's this like feeling of defeat and like not wanting to create drama and chaos. Like somebody here is definitely healing and like kind of going within because they are definitely being tested here is what I'm saying, like tested on their faith, tested on their endurance, and how this energy will deal with coming out of this transitional period. But yeah, I definitely see a lot of healing at this time, going within, walking away from drama, and feeling defeated in a sense. Okay, it's just kind of the energies coming through for March. There's this very like deceitful energy that I'm picking up. Somebody that has like lied, cheated, like pretended to be who they were not. Okay, why is this energy coming through? Well, the person who's dealing with somebody like this, what this energy needs to realize is that we can't force those who are, low vibrational like that to, we it's like you can, lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink it, kind of thing. And so I'm definitely picking up on some sort of immature energy that has really tested this. And okay, why is that coming through? Somebody has been trying to grow up. Okay, somebody here has been trying to grow up and be independent and do the right thing, and sometimes it's difficult. I see here that this energy has been going through a very difficult time. They have a lot of they feel like they have a lot of expectations set upon them, especially of themselves. And so if an energy is not being communicative, yeah, it's definitely not communicating, or is being almost, I don't want to say secretive, but if somebody here is kind of like have been quiet, it's not necessarily because like they've been doing anything bad, but they've been suffering, and they've been moving in silence is what I'm picking up here. So just know that I'm picking up on a lot of love, but at the same time somebody here needs to go on some sort of like independent, like soul searching that needs to come from within. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap it up with a final lucky St. Patrick's Day message. So what's the luck coming through? Okay, so so the luck coming through is there is going to be a lot of indulgences. Okay, so a lot of, whatever indulgences mean for you, whether or for this energy, because we do have cross watchers here. But you'll know which side you are on. But I'm seeing here there's going to be a lot of indulgences, whether that is like eating, drinking, what have you, physical, like whatever it is for this energy. I'm seeing here there's going to be a lot of like, and it's more than one person is going to be involved. There's going to be a lot of people, a lot of like, somebody here has like a pretty busy social calendar. Like a lot of energies I'm picking up coming in and out, and like trying to be center stage in a sense. But yeah, I mean overall it can be a little bit chaotic is what I'm seeing here, but there's a lot of support and groundedness. Um, and so, overall it's looking pretty good. Yeah, a lot of family time. There may be somebody that is going to be coming in or visiting. Okay, coming in from a distance. But this person, this energy that's coming, has a lot of... I was picking up anxiety earlier. Yeah, see, anxiety. Yeah, somebody here is not doing well. They're not doing well. They're like healing. And it's something that was like they knew going in. Like somebody here knew going in that it was going to take them out. Yeah. So there may have been, I'm getting some sort of like injury or surgery, some sort of like something definitely needed healing, that's for sure though. But it's tough right now. Okay. Anyways, anything else? It's not going to be like this forever, so like don't worry about that. Yeah, just take it day by day. You're going to need some time to like heal and stuff, and but just take it as like you're being given the opportunity to connect with God at this time. It's saying let the burdens like give it to God. Okay, yeah. All right. Cancer. March 2025 energy forecast. Maybe a Cancer or Cancer moon, ascendant, Venus, stellium, or those dealing with Cancers. I don't know. But if you found this, it is no coincidence. And let's see what the March 2025 energy is at this time. And we'll wrap it up with a final message from the universe in regards to the luck coming in as a result of St. Patrick's Day. So Cancers. So I'm picking up on rejection and sadness and like ghosting energy as a result of something that has ended, that has been wrapped up. It was necessary, it was divinely guided, because there was a lot of like hardships, burdens, and also too much time has passed. Okay, I'm getting something about like a missed opportunity. It's just like somebody had that draft or like a message or what have you, you know, about to call or about to press send or whatever it is. Like they were ready to do it, but they didn't end up doing it. Well, one, because somebody here felt like too much time has passed by for them to reach out again. And while they were thinking about that, more time has passed by, so now it's like even, you know, worse. And so, you know, we reap what we sow, as they say, right? And so where there is action or inaction, there will be an outcome. Okay? And so yeah, there was definitely some sort of ending. I'm getting like a betrayal energy for sure. But as mentioned, it is divinely orchestrated. Yeah, and I sense here that there was like a lot of love, etc. Um, but I'm getting somebody here was reckless. Okay, they were reckless. Anything else? Yeah, it ended up being like too one-sided, too unfair. Uh, and the distance ended up being created. Somebody wanted to have a fresh new start. And even though there's still a lot of romantic feelings or nostalgia involved, somebody here is just like, have they missed out? Yeah, somebody here definitely like got cut off. They had the potential or like the the opportunity to have something turn out amazing, and then somebody got cut off. There, or like somebody said something that was like they told it like it was, for better or for worse. And as a result, somebody here was very sad. What happened? Hmm? What happened? Oh, somebody here was being stubborn. Stubborn about what? Hmm. I mean, some of it had to do with money. Somebody here was, I'm getting greedy. Like one-sided, entitlement. But the thing was, okay, the reason why this didn't work out was because somebody here didn't intend on making it long term. Okay, okay, so it didn't work out. It felt like a waste of time, waste of energy, waste of resources, funds, money, because it was never meant to last. This wasn't supposed to be a long term forever thing. Perhaps it was meant to just be like a hookup or like a short term kind of thing, and then it ended up turning into a long term thing before you know it. And so I'm getting that kind of energy. And so, okay, what's the luck? The luck. Like, was why is everything, what's the luck that's coming in? Okay. Okay. So, one more card. So, the luck was that it's almost as if like nature played out and did what it was supposed to do. Like if something is not, if something is incompatible, but something is not, if they are not compatible, it's not going to work. Period. And so if somebody here they forgot to end it, or they prolonged it, even though they knew that it wasn't going to work out. It's just like literally what happened right now. Like something was an example. Something was an example here. Huh. So, oh my gosh, this message is like so so specific. It's that I'm like trying to get it right. Um, but the main thing here is okay, the success of it, the lucky part was that even if somebody here forgot, if somebody here didn't remember, or they didn't see things the way things were, or they prolonged it, or what have you, either way, things ended because it was not meant to last, period. So if you're, sitting there scratching your head wondering, well, how come it didn't like work out between these two energies? Well, it's because they were incompatible. They had a lot of conflict. They wanted different things, and it was never meant to be a long-term thing that will last the test of time, period. And so things that comes and goes, like materialistic items like money, finances, when things like that became an issue, it that was supposed to be a part of it. That was supposed to be one of the reasons why things didn't work out. Hmm. Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, Leo. All right, Leos. This is going to be March 2025 energy forecast reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or those of you who are just in here. There's no coincidence. There may be a message here for you. And I will wrap it up at the end with a final St. Patrick's Day lucky message at the end. Okay? Leos. What do we have for Leos? I'm definitely sensing some sort of like stagnant energy, and that there's definitely some level of support that is being provided by others. Okay, somebody here is going through a very difficult time, and I will say this, okay? Somebody here is very consistent and grounded. So even though they may feel, I don't want to say rejected, but perhaps neglected, or that things don't feel as reciprocated as before, they are trying, the thing about them is they try to be understanding, and they try to have a level-headed approach. And so, but I'm also getting here somebody is just is not very good at, it's more, not so much as like multitasking, but like something about when somebody here is going through a hard time, or feels drained, energetically drained, is suffering, is in pain, etc. I'm seeing here somebody is not used to that, so they don't really know how to act. And when this energy realize that they act differently or a certain way when under certain circumstances, they do not like what they see, and as a result, they're going to do better. And so that's kind of like the silver lining here of like, it's like learning that lesson in an indirect way. kind of a mind trip. I know, I know. Somebody here is just like mind blown. Mind blown. So, for those of you who are like wondering, like, how do we get to achieve this level of enlightenment and security, like consciousness and just being able to almost like ease the tension and problems. Somebody here wants to know because somebody here, they feel like a phony, or they just kind of feel like they see somebody else do it so effortlessly, etc. And well, one, it's saying that kind of thinking is not gonna get this energy anywhere. It's almost being a crutch, and instead of helping, it's doing the opposite. And so somebody here really needs to, put to rest, lay to rest, and really shine the truth behind what is being felt at this time. And it ultimately has to do with the fact, I don't want to say confidence, but there's something to be said about they want to appear to, I don't want to say they're equal, but definitely like their counterpart or somebody who is like them or have similar tastes and interests, and they don't, somebody here may have acted in a different way because they didn't want to seem less than or not enough, even though they may be, or but regardless, that's the whole journey, like being confident being confident enough, and being able to vocalize and communicate if there are any insecurities, or if there needs to be something that is wrong set right. Okay, somebody here is definitely being encouraged to express that. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead. After these two cards, we'll wrap it up with a final St. Patrick's Day message. Somebody here is definitely attracted. Like somebody here was just like, oh, that's hot. That's hot. Hello, Kenneth. Welcome. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap it up for Leos. Okay. What is the final St. Patrick's Day lucky message? Look at that. Look at that. I was also getting Gemini for some reason. Some of you may be dealing with the Gemini, or you have strong Gemini influence or air sign. But regardless, I read energies here. But for some reason, right when I was like pulling out those cards, I felt like air sign Gemini energy. But anyways, so what I'm picking up here, the good thing coming in, or the good thing as a result of St. Patrick's Day, is that there's going to be some level of healing. And I'm beginning to like, I'm getting this like energetic response, like, oh, no, not again, like that kind of energy. But I am like again getting something about like healing, taking time off, but it's ultimately, it's so that you get to also see like who actually like cares. And see, that's the silver lining here. Somebody here is just like, why do they keep needing to take time off or needing to recuperate or what have you? um, Somebody here is healing, and the silver lining here is also like who's there for you, who's coming through, who actually cares. Like you can tell when somebody cares. It's almost like God is trying to shine light on like who actually cares. Who actually cares, who actually loves, who isn't just all talk, who isn't just like, yeah, 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 let's make it happen, yeah, 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 let's do this. And then when it comes down to like actually doing it, it's like crickets. And so God really wants to emphasize like who you, I don't want to say necessarily like who you let in, but definitely like who is worth your time, you know? Oh, that's cute. Alright, let's move on. So, Virgos. Virgo, March 2025. Energy forecast reading for those with strong Virgo placements or dealing with the Virgo. It doesn't matter. I read energies, but let's just take a little peek at what to expect for March 2025. And at the end, we'll wrap it up with a final lucky message for St. Patrick's Day, okay? Ooh. Virgo. What happened? Oh. Huh. That's two. Very interesting. Come on. Lay it on me. Just do it. Just tell me. Okay. Well, what I'm getting here is that there's definitely some sort of like heartbreak, betrayal energy is what I'm picking up. And somebody here is very uncertain of what things are, why things are happening the way they are, and why somebody here, there's some sort of indecision, okay? And some sort of defensiveness that I'm picking up. And so there's definitely this feeling of rejection is what I'm picking up. Okay. It was so specific. It was so specific, but it okay. Anything else though? Getting an apology. Oh, but it's too late. It's too late. I'm getting some sort of like message or an apology that needed to happen. Somebody here, what did they do? Okay. It's almost like somebody thought that they were solo, or somebody somebody thought that they were solo. Yeah, but they weren't. They weren't solo. And so it's like somebody here made a decision thinking that they were like solo, that they weren't involved. Because when if you're solo, it doesn't matter what you do because you just do whatever you want. But if you're not solo, if you have somebody like there's some level of partnership, etc., then there needs to be some level of consideration for the other individual as well, right? And somebody here forgot that, and as a result, they have forgotten about you know, their their other person. Okay. But I see here, communication is going to take place, justice is going to take place. There's also going to be some sort of like family or something, a family event or something that comes together. It's so specific. So specific. Oh my gosh. So it's talking about how like for an example, there's going to be somebody here is going to be like very attractive, okay? Like dressed attractive or look attractive or is attractive, something like that. And somebody here is attracted like a lot. And what's going to happen is when there's this like gathering or an event or like where something just like nothing out of the ordinary, but something different happens, and then they're going to witness or see somebody's like value, or that feeling is going to be like remembered. Is somebody really like, I don't want to say forgetful, okay, but I am getting somebody who's just like kind of they're in their own headspace or in their own lives that they kind of forget. Okay, why do we need to know that? Somebody here wants to let the other person know that just because they forget, that doesn't mean they don't care. Okay. All right, let's wrap it up with a final St. Patrick's Day message. Right? I don't think I did that right. Final St. Patrick's Day message. What's the lucky thing coming towards? Coming forward. What's the lucky thing? Bottom of the deck. That. It's something about like the yin and yang kind of thing of like giving and receiving and like the balance of the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And it's like talking about like what is expected. It's talking about like how the ecosystem and how like not everybody's meant to do one specific role. Like each person has a different task. Because imagine if everybody only knew how to do the same thing. You know, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be a lot of like productivity, right? And so there's going to be a time and a moment, okay, where an opportunity to reset what didn't feel right, okay? There's definitely some sort of like conditioning, like somebody here thought differently, or you know, knew things to be a certain way, but it was not the reality. And so there needed to come to an end, or there may be an opportunity for this new connection, in a sense, to have familiar, repetitive cycles of like what may have happened in the past. And so there's something to be said about each side, each end having responsibilities or duties, or like their way of contributing towards the connection. It's like, just remember, okay, try not to be sucked into the, you know, societal norms and etc. Like, just do what you like, what you prefer, in a sense, okay? But because at the end of the day, we're looking for somebody that's compatible, like, right? That wants similar things. Okay, because who are we trying to fool? If we don't want similar things, okay, happiness is going to be hard to achieve, right? What's the point? What's the point? One person wants to go left, another person wants to go right, and it's just like, what's going to happen? All right, all right. There you go. There's your energy coming through. What needs to end? Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, what needs to end? Oh, it needs to end. Tell me. Tell me. You can tell me. Or you can tell us. What are the chances that card came? Hmm? What needs to end? Okay, I'm gonna shuffle because I'm curious now. You know, what's meant to come out will come out. It always does. It always does for me. And so, let's see. What needs to end for there needs to be success? Okay. Keeps talking about some sort of ending. I know. I need to hurry up after this. What needs to end? What needs to end? Okay. All right. I at that. Okay, so the message is it's not about what needs to end, but what needs to begin. Okay, so somebody here feels kind of like not good enough or not willing to take the leap of faith or being in the forefront, not putting themselves out there into the spotlight. Like that needs to change. I see here that, you know, this energy that I'm tapping into, they are lovable in a sense. They're very like, something about their emotional IQ is pretty high, or they're able to connect with others in a emotional aspect. And so that's what draws others to this energy. And so they need to remember, okay, this energy who needs to come forward and put themselves out there and be proud of their accomplishments in the past, and not live under a rock in a sense. Like they need to stop feeling like they've been betrayed in the past and instead come forward and know that they still have a lot to offer. Um, yeah. Oh, that's pretty. I like it. Yeah. Don't forget. Don't forget. It's talking about like we are our worst enemy in a sense, and so it's just like, do not do not forget that you are worthy. You are worthy, and that and other people, like they see that worth in you, and that they see it. Yeah, other people see it, so you just have to make sure that you do too, and create some sort of plan. Create a plan. All right, that's good. Libra. Libra. May 2025 energy forecast reading. And we'll wrap it up with a final St. Patrick's Day lucky message at the end. Libra, Libra, Libra. Hello, Gerson. Alright, so for Libra, what I'm seeing here is I'm picking up on an energy that kind of, well, glad to have you here, Gerson. So I'm picking up on an energy that is the type of energy to like do things out of impulse. Okay, it's like they realize that they have a tendency to be indecisive, and so that's one of the reasons why it's like they no longer want to be like that. Like they just want to be able to like make a decision and go for it, is what I'm seeing here. I do see here support. Okay, so there is energy of like somebody who is perhaps like rooting for you, or like that you may be able to confide in, or that cares, or there's some sort of energy coming through that you may be connecting with that has like a very gentle, spirited energy. Yeah. And so they, which is a great balance, because I see here there's definitely some sort of like anxiety and worry. And somebody here needs to rest, take time off. I'm getting the word exercise, okay? So there may need to be some sort of like routine, okay? Might be beneficial, is what I'm seeing here. And you know, it could be things that you enjoy doing, and you can just make it into a workout in a sense. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, like go to the gym. I mean, if you want, if that's what you have access to and that's what you want, then you can do that. Okay, let's wrap it up with a hello J1. Let's wrap it up with a final lucky message, St. Patrick's Day message for Libras. So the luck coming for you guys is there's going to be an opportunity to like have a really great time, okay? And this may be like a secret meetup. I don't know why it's like a secret. Okay. But it's saying secret. I'm just the messenger. I just relay what I see here, okay? But I definitely see some sort of like secret meetup or like, you know, but it's not good. It's not good energy that I'm picking up. And so if there are third parties involved, okay, or if you may not know that there may be third parties involved, I see here that there is, like somebody here is definitely not single. And so, but there is this energy of like something about doing it for, I'm getting for work, okay? We're doing it for work. Or like doing it because there's value. Huh. Okay, so what's going to happen? I mean, I don't see this stopping like immediate. Okay, will it start or what is this? This is what, you know, for those of you who are like in a connection or a relationship, what have you, I'm definitely getting some sort of like work, you know, the reason being work or some sort of like work that is involved here. And so if there is any conflict, just remember this is just work. This is just a collaboration or something that is going to help in finances as well. Okay? All right. Scorpios, March 2025 energy forecast reading. Okay. What the Scorpios need to know. Let me get this like. Okay, so for Scorpios, what I'm seeing here is there's definitely some sort of like running out of funds energy that I'm picking up. So it's almost as if like let the money work for you. Okay, so try if you've been like willy-nilly just spending left and right and like wondering, oh, where's all the money funneling out to? Like just kind of be mindful, right, of like your spending habits or if you really do want to set aside money for a certain activity, etc., that you do that, but that you also make sure that everything else is staying afloat as well. So, it's just kind of like it's just saying just watch out for your spending habits, okay? Because it's going to catch up if you don't keep track or at least like plan ahead. So it's just a heads up. Um, and then and like set aside funds like for a rainy day, or it's like set aside funds for like um like TLC, like me day or what have you, like to go out and like um get a massage or go on a little vacation or staycation, what have you, and that can be kind of like your rainy day funds. And it also is going to be like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, I forgot about that fund. Yeah, that I was going to use for this, and that. And so at least like having that there is going to be beneficial, and it's going to surprise you later if you do that now. And what is this? It's talking about. I'm getting a very surprise energy. Very surprise energy. And so there may be some sort of like romantic getaway or a trip, some sort of like connection involving a trip or abroad or something like that. And so what are you trying to say? Anything else? Overall, it's just saying have fun, let loose. Like kind of see this as like a very like soulful journey as well. That and also be also I'm getting also recognize and give credit where it's due, and so just be very like grateful as well. Be thankful and grateful that you were able to achieve and get to where you are and feel protected in a sense. Um, even though there was some sort of lack of faith in a sense, okay, that I'm picking up. And so I see that more as like a side of like pessimism. Like somebody here may be a little bit of a pessimist. And so yeah, just realize that you deserve every happiness that's coming in through, and to enjoy yourself and to be grateful. Anything else? Be a little bit more communicative on how you know expressing those gratitudes. Okay, that's going to be very helpful. All right. So, what's the final message for lucky? Um, St. Patrick's Day lucky message. Take both. It does. Look at that. Okay, a lot of messages coming through. mean, it's talking about work mainly, right? Work. And like the finances tied to it. And there's going to be some level of ego. Okay, I'm getting like ego being bruised and etc. But I'm picking up so somebody here is very good at what they do. Okay, they are finding a lot of success and recognition in their, especially when it comes to their public image or reputation, something like that. But because they're doing so well, I'm definitely getting some sort of uh, like jealous energy for sure. Like there's other people, you know, they can be like friends or colleagues, co-workers, what have you, like who feel like there's definitely some level of competition and that they are being recognized by uh, their mutual people as well. And so I'm getting multiple people, more than one person who's just kind of like jealous and wants more of the attention, etc. But somebody here just really needs to calm down and realize this is just, don't take it personally. You know, somebody here is just like, it's just business, it's just work, it is that kind of energy. So if you have to kind of like let those that you're not vibing with go, or like have to end things, etc., try not to take that as like a missed opportunity, or like take like, somebody's going to be butthurt regardless, but somebody here also needs to realize that there's cliques being formed. Okay, there's some sort of like cliques being formed, and it feels very immature energy. It's almost like rivalry against like the sororities, or you know, versus fraternities or what have you. It's just like there's definitely some sort of lack of loyalty that I'm picking up. Okay, so just be mindful when it does happen. Okay, that it doesn't diminish, you know, your capabilities and what you bring to the table. And people will act immature, like, you know, when you go to schools and stuff, even like 50 years ago and 50 years from now, like there's going to be cliques and stuff like that regardless, like, right? So if it happens, don't take it personally. And if you need to cut somebody off or not spend as much time with somebody else so that you can spend more time with those that you actually care about, yes, please do so. Do so. Just balance things out. You know, don't be so out of balance trying to please people that clearly are not loyal, clearly who just gossip and you know, create some level of alliances and gets jealous and stuff like that. Don't mind them. Like, yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. So, Sagittarius. Gerson wrote, if I did Capricorn already, I'm going to do Capricorn after Sagittarius. So, almost. Okay, Sagittarius. This is going to be Sagittarius. Oh, look at that. Your energy coming in very strongly. Sagittarius. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, if you are Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or, you know, you all know how it resonates for you and which side you are on. But I'm going to see what we have in store for Sagittarius, and then wrap it up with a final St. Patrick's Day lucky message. Okay, so we have here Sagittarius. The energy is coming through. So there was definitely some sort of like slow connection that just kind of felt like it took forever, like things never really got off the ground, like, so I am getting some sort of like disappointed energy. It's just like somebody here felt like they wasted their time because they never made a decision, or they just moved too slow, and okay. So I'm definitely getting some sort of like silent treatment going on, a lot of social media, cyber stalking energy, where somebody here feels like, oh, it's all over and their only way of keeping tabs on one another is through social media or through the grapevines, like, you know, through like, what's the word? Mutual friends, etc., or acquaintances, what have you, people who are in the same circle. And so, hello, Donald, welcome back. Normally, I would be like, "What? What you say? What you say?" I mean, well, you do have to realize that like these readings are draining in a sense, and so I try my best to just kind of like, I see it as a marathon versus a sprint. And so I guess if I do more of like shorts and stuff, then I guess I can do it like sprint style. But when I do these like longer lives, I try to do it as like a marathon and just, yeah, be relaxed in a sense, so I can last as long as I can, or at least, you know, I can distribute my energies accordingly. Right. So Sagittarius, final message when it comes to, yeah, are you dealing with like a water sign? I'm getting strong, you know, water energy coming through. So Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Yeah, I know, right? You know, I'm trying to even it out so I don't spread myself too thin. But yeah, thank you for dropping by, hanging out. Hope all is well. But yeah, your energy coming through very strongly. Okay. So I'm picking. So what's the final message? Yeah, it's just kind of saying, you know, if something happened in the past, like somebody here really needs to take the initiative to walk away from the trauma. Okay, is there a feature between them? It's a very uncertain energy. Uncertain. Because somebody here is very stubborn. Very stubborn. And so it's just like even they're apart, they're not together, there's no like there's no progress, no nothing, but somebody here is just like, well, it's gonna happen. What? Wait, so what's going to be the future of the connection? Like for real? Cause like, well, you guys, the truth of the matter is, we really need to ask ourselves, why hasn't it still worked out? Why hasn't it still worked out? After all this time, after all these days, weeks, months, years, and it still doesn't work out. Why? Is someone trying to force it, being stubborn, thinking something that is not the reality because they don't want to be alone? I'm getting somebody is like pining over an ex or something, but it's just, yeah, it's just somebody here is frozen in time. Anything else? Somebody here just chooses to remember all the good times but neglects to remember the reason why things didn't work out. So that's, definitely something to consider and wonder. Okay, so Capricorn. Capricorn. This is going to be your March 2025 energy forecast reading. So you may be dealing with a Capricorn, or you are a Capricorn. I know, right? I know. Yeah. It depends on everybody. I mean, it depends on the individual. Depends on the individual. Look at that. Oh, so sad. I'm picking up on a super sad energy. Okay. So Capricorn. But regardless of your sign, because I keep getting Pisces energy, okay? But I keep getting somebody here, regardless of your sign, because I read energy. Let's see what we have when it comes to May. May? No. March. March. Oh, what's going to happen in May? March. So for Capricorns, I will say nothing too significant. I will say it's going to be relatively low-key. Somebody here is very fed up with how things have been going, and they need some time off. And not only that, their funds, their finances are not in the best shape, or they feel like they could have more. And so I see here overall, somebody is in the energy of being frugal and saving. Okay, so they're going to be taking time to invest their energy and resources into their career, their finances, their investments, etc. Whether it is, investment on themselves, right? Investment on themselves, or towards their projects, etc. Whatever it may be. I just kind of feel like March has this more of like a friendship vibe, okay? No, not today. Yeah, look at that. Does somebody have to like pay like a large lump or like pay off a loan or something like that? Or like pay off something big? I'm getting like strong money loss or something, some energy like that. And somebody here needs to remember that it's not about how much money you spend, okay? It's like the company you're surrounded in. So I'm getting somebody here is just a little too bougie or something. I don't know. Well, what was your reason? But yeah, somebody here is just like, they're thinking too big, or they're thinking like hanging out with friends and stuff is too expensive, and it's just like, what are you planning exactly? What are you planning exactly? So just ask yourself that. This energy needs to ask themselves that. But either way. Oh. Was it? Oh. 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 That's a good, that's like a reminder for those who are on the same page. Oh. Okay. So Capricorn, what is your final St. Patrick's Day lucky message? Oh. Well, how many months did you get by? Hopefully you got a good amount in. And it wasn't like you just got it like last month kind of thing. Alright. A couple weeks. Aww. Aww. Darn. Those darn folks. Okay. So the final lucky message for Capricorn is that somebody's coming in like hot and heavy. They're gonna be like, where have you been? Like, what have you been up to? What is up? Like, somebody here is very curious and interested, and I will say there's going to definitely be some sort of resistance in the beginning, like not being open to seeing what this other energy has to say. There's a lot of like stressed out energy is what I'm picking up, because somebody here is very mindful of any like manipulative tactics, and so they are very like a unique communicator and making sure they don't put themselves in like weird situations is what I'm picking up, okay? Donald, come on now, pretending? This is a real deal, man. Real deal. Real deal. No. Of course I care. Yeah. Okay. But the main thing for Capricorn is just like, yeah, somebody here is just they're fed up. They are like trying to be strategic or being very vocal right off the bat. And the advice, let's give them an advice. Oh, Kirsten, well, thank you for sharing your energy with us. I hope that every ounce of energy you give, you receive 2 times. Oh, thank you. All right. I mean, the energy is coming in so strongly. Look at that. But the final message here is somebody here just needs to let go. What do they need to let go exactly? This expectation, okay, that that somebody is going to treat you the way you treat them. Like, not everybody's like you, and even though that is like a sad thing to hear, knowing that now, okay, it is better. And God is trying to say, try not to be jaded by it, but it does happen. It does happen, and it doesn't mean anything less of you. It's just like, it just happens. Anything else? For those of you who are in like third parties, because for some reason third parties wants to like come in so strongly. Okay, what about the third party? Even though it was a disastrous ordeal, yeah, it's better to know than to live in the dark. Okay. And so for those of you who are like wondering, why did this happen? Why did it, the perfect happy ending, what have you, whatever fantasy that you may have been living, or or you thought you were living at one point, it just came crumbling down, was because it was not the reality, it wasn't the truth, and there was some level of deception and toxic energy coming through. And so it didn't last because it wasn't meant to last. It wasn't. And so for those of you who are still pining over that, it's just like it's time for you to let go, move on, divorce literally or energetically from the connection, okay? Person wrote, I've been reflecting on that idea of people not giving the energy that I give them. Often I voice my feelings about wanting it to be reciprocated, but slowly I've been accepting the fact. Definitely hurts, but I think it's freeing. Yeah. Oh. Donald wrote, same person. Oh. You guys, yeah, definitely. You guys were meant to hear that message. Okay, so wonderful. That's amazing. Okay, you're, very grounded energy coming through. And it's just like, once you're aware, once you know, we begin to see the flaws or what doesn't work or what will never work in a sense. And it's really, we have to be realistic, right? We do have to be realistic. Alright, so Aquarius. Aquarius. This is going to be a March 2025 energy forecast. For those who have strong Aquarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, dealing with an Aquarius. Let's see what we have here. For March 2025. And at the end, we're going to wrap it up with a final St. Patrick's Day lucky message. So Aquarius, look at that. Look at that. A lot of happiness. I'm getting the words bundle of joy. Okay, so some of you guys who are expecting or is a new parent, or there's an addition to the family or what have you, or if there's like a new project that you feel like it's like a child or what have you. Okay, yeah, so you'll know how it relates, obviously. If you're not pregnant or what have you, then you don't have to, you can leave that part out, but I am definitely getting like a bundle of joy. Okay, the words bundle of joy. And I'm picking up here something about illusions. Okay, what about this? just kidding. Um, so I'm picking up there was some sort of uncertainty of whether or not there was going to be like love. Okay, I'm picking up love or like a happily ever after, a happy ending. But overall the energy looks really good. Yeah. What's a necklace? What's a necklace? I figure since we're doing St. Patrick's Day, this one has like a pretty bold green. I was just like, you know what? We'll throw that in there. Because I did like the whole green background um, for the Year of the Snake video. And I was just like, just because we're doing St. Patrick's Day, this video, this background doesn't have to be green, right? I don't know, that's what I was thinking. But regardless. Okay, so somebody here is in love. Okay, is in love, is very happy. And so March is going to be like a great month of new beginnings. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know. I was going for like the snake, the snake filter. That's funny. I brought it from here. Okay. So even though there's a new beginning and there's love and support, okay. I don't remember that one. Golden child. But so but overall March is looking good. Overall March is looking good. Like there was this feeling, there was some level of stress for sure. But okay, what about the stress? Yeah. I see here there's still some level of support. So you're supported, and even though there's a lot of stress and uncertainties, there's something about your energy that is uplifting or perhaps even like lucky. And so try to keep things like light and positive, uh, and just try to understand, like, do what you love, like whatever that you love, that whatever you um, have strong feelings for, that brings happiness and joy. It's like you can't beat that, you know. So try not to let materialistic things and things that you may have no control over, like, try to not think about that too much. Okay. All right, what is the final St. Patrick's Day message? St. Patrick's Day message. There is somebody here that is very attractive. Okay, very attractive. And they have a tendency to be very like generous or giving, you know, whether it's their resources, their time, their skills, whatever it is. But there seems to be some sort of like stagnancy, okay, or like time apart is what I'm seeing here, okay? Yeah. But somebody here definitely feels like they're kind of down. They're a little sad about it. Okay, what's the advice? Any final message? It's talking about release this expectation of um, getting things or doing things that is just appropriate, that is just instant. Not everybody is going to operate in one person's particular timeline. And so it's just saying be mindful of that. It's just like I'm getting here, somebody is because they are very generous, they have a tendency to kind of spread themselves too thin. And so if they feel like they're a little bit distracted or busy, it's because they do have some level of burdens. Like in order for them to keep up and keep doing what they do, they they sometimes need to sacrifice time in a sense, and not be available for each and every one. And so that's just the message that wants to come through, okay? So Pisces. Oh, what will you do for St. Patrick's? I'm not sure yet. I have no idea. What about you? I feel like you're talking to me for sure now. Pisces. Let's see. Alright, Pisces. 2025. March 2025 energy forecast. Okay, this could be for you, strong Pisces placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you may be dealing with a Pisces, or if you just happen to find this video and there's no coincidence, there may be a message in here for you. Alright. Oh yeah, that's pretty smart, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah. Donald wrote, I stay in the house on St. Patrick's. It gets wild out there. Yeah, it does, huh? What do we got here? Yeah. Wild energy. Yeah, it's saying for those of you who are like wondering, oh, should we stay in, what have you? It's recommending yes. It is. Doesn't always have to be out and about, right? Alright, so Pisces. Let's see. Pisces. Alright. So, let me take a look. Alright. So for Pisces, I'm picking up like family is coming through, or somebody that you may consider like family. You don't know which side you're on, but or like it could be like a boss, or I don't know, somebody who is very like good with money is what I'm picking up. And but I feel like there's this like energy of like rejection, like that involves like a family member. It's like somebody here gave somebody like help and they were rejected in a sense. Like for an example, yeah, this is a very specific example, so it may be something like this, okay? But it's like somebody has enough money and they're able to like support or what have you, and they offer like, oh, you know, would you like this, or like this is for you, or gives it as a gift, and somebody here like rejects it, or they feel like they shouldn't accept it because it comes with it a lot of like heartache is what I'm seeing here. It's like something about somebody here would rather have the time spent together than get like a gift or what have you. Like they just, or like money. Like they would rather spend the time. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful way to look at it, or it's kind of like the way this energy is thinking about the matter. It's nice, but it's just at the same time, you know, even though it gives off, like I understand it, I can see that there is definitely a lot of love there, even though there's a lot of pain and heartache in there as well. But it's just like somebody here doesn't want to confuse that. If somebody here, okay, gets like rejected, okay, it's like the way that this energy is rejecting them. That's what is kind of what's problematic here. It's just like there's a way to reject somebody, but it's almost as if somebody here didn't say that they're rejecting, but they're rejecting it without saying. It's a little bit passive aggressive is what I'm kind of seeing here. Even like the energy in itself is just like up and down or in and out, and it's just like here and there at the same time. It's just like I know, right? I know, I get it. I understand. Okay. But the message here is relax. Okay, relax. If somebody ends up rejecting something, or you know, somebody here has a lot more to give, or somebody's ego is at play here, or something like that, or somebody something is being taken the wrong way. It is. And if we pull back all the layers and you know the depth, and really dive into the depth of it all, we can see, you know, why this person reacts and does the things they do, and why the other person, you know, vice versa. And so it's saying try to remember what each end brings to the table. Remember, in one of the readings during this video, hello Alexa, welcome back. So one of the readings I did during this video was talking about, dang it, let me see if I can pull it back. I don't know. It's okay, you're just gonna have to watch the whole thing again. That's why it's there. It's okay. It's already been said. Okay. Final message. Final, look at that energy coming through. Final St. Patrick's Day message. What's the lucky things coming? Lucky, lucky, lucky. Okay. I mean, it seems to me it's kind of it's so weird. It's like I see a lot of movement, yet no movement at all. It's weird. It's weird, and I think you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm trying to express it so that cross watchers can understand it. But what I'm seeing here is just like I see a lot of progress, but it's all like very behind the scenes. Like if people people wouldn't even know to think to ask about this. It's just like that deep and that like secret in a sense. But it's not necessarily being a secret just to be a secret, but it's just like it just ended up being that way. And it's kind of like that is the what do you call it? That is what's special about it. It's like there's something very special about it. And then it's also talking about, like feeling supported, feeling understood, but not necessarily from, I don't want to say from the person that you least expect or like, but it's not from like your everyday circle in a sense. It may be somebody that you that this energy is like connecting to online, or they found information online, or support online, something like that. There's like an online family, or like, or there are people, or like somebody that is able to fully understand and and fully have seen like the real person. They've actually seen the real person, or like fully understands them. Anything else? It's talking about communicating. What about this communication? It's talking about like, even though speak, it's saying speak. Like, even though it may be hard, even though um, it may be difficult to be vulnerable in a sense, but it's saying like speaking from the heart is good. And it's saying don't live in a lie. Don't live in a lie. All right, should I do a final? All right, okay, we're gonna do a final. Ooh, we got a final. Uh, I would say to both, both whatever is going to, whatever needs to be spoken, like, you know, said, honor it, I'd say. Alright. Okay, final message. I felt called to do a final message. So if you know, are joining me at the end of this, okay, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And let's see here what's the final message. And at this point, you don't, I mean, I read energies, but if you have came to the last, okay, here's a little extra for you, extra bonus. Final message. Look at that. Right. Okay. Right, I'm getting strong fire energy coming through, so specifically Leo and their sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but regardless of the signs, okay, I'm picking up on so somebody here is at a distance, okay, they're taking a time out, time apart, kind of like going within, refueling, recharging, taking a step back to reflect, to see if it's kind of like a reset energy is what I'm feeling right now. And so this energy is just like they've been on the go for so long, or like they just kind of felt like they needed to just do things to like stay busy or be busy or create some level of momentum, but now they're like trying to see if what they've been doing has been productive, or there needs to be some level of adjustment. And I'm getting here, somebody here is exhausted. They need time off. They need to kind of like sleep, recuperate, recharge, and keep to themselves in a sense. And the person, all right, hello, whoopsie, wrote, hey, Arcana. um, so the additional message coming through is that when this energy steps back, okay, they may have been dealing with somebody that may is affected by the other person's action, right? To like recharge, recuperate. And so it's talking about how the person dealing with this energy needs to, they want to, well, need and a want. It's both. I'm getting here, it's just like they're being encouraged to utilize that time to stay productive and uh, to keep things at a balance. Okay, it's just because somebody is not able to come forward and be available, that doesn't mean, you know, the world stops turning. You know, the sun will come up the next day, etc. And so that's like the advice and the message coming through. So even though right now there may be a stagnant time apart, not together, not being able to reciprocate each other's energies. What does it want to say? What do you want to say? It's saying, it's saying, do not keep going. Keep going, okay? Do not, as mentioned earlier, do not let your world stop. Do not, and I'm not talking about just being busy to stay busy. It's just like if you got stuff to do, if you need, you know, that if you are being given time to focus on other aspects of, you know, your endeavors, etc., it's just like do it. What are you waiting for? And if anything, that's going to be, you know, more attractive, and it's going to make you feel more attractive. Anything else? It's really allowing the people involved to be creative, to see what works, what doesn't work, because that's the only way that this connection is going to be able to flourish. If each side is able to hold their own when they're not together, or if somebody is sick, or somebody is out, somebody is taking their time. Oh no, yeah, I'm talking to God. Yeah, when I say anything else, it's just like, is there any messages that I need to relay? That kind of stuff. I mean, overall, this connection, like, they care about one another enough. Um, and I clearly see here somebody here doesn't want any trouble. They don't want to break anybody's hearts, etc., for going slow or not being able to be there at a drop of a hat, so to speak. Like, there is a lot of love here, is what I'm picking up. Yeah, look at that. The lovers. What I say, a lot of love here, right? A lot of love. Anyways. But yeah, somebody here is, you know, just resting, recuperating, taking time apart to reflect, all of that, to heal. Donna wrote, oh, I'm getting a cavity from all the sweetness. Oh. What is what is the problem? Is somebody like mourning like a is somebody mourning like an ex or something like that? Hmm. Somebody mourning an ex? Hmm. What happened? Okay. Well, let's give the advice, okay, for whoever is going through this, okay? For the one that may be mourning an ex, what's the advice for that? It's saying they're an ex for a reason. Okay. Okay. Right? Thought about forget about them. They're for the streets. Right? It's saying like this is pretty much exactly. Like don't forget about them. Forget it. They're an ex for a reason. And the fact that it's not a hell yes. You know what I mean? Like, don't you want to be with somebody? You want to be like hell yes, like they're the one. You know, not like oh I don't know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Where it's just like no brainer. It's just like you know. And so the X seemed more like it was like a physical fix, okay? And there was definitely some sort of like codependency energy that I'm picking up, okay? Hello, Campbell. You don't even have to ask. You just have to keep it in here because I read energies. Yeah. But if you want, personal, you can read the description of this video. But yeah, so that's the message for those who are wondering or mourning about their exes. God is just like, wake up, wake up. They're an ex for a reason. They were toxic for a reason. They're out in and out of your life for a reason. It's just, it is what it is. Okay. um, and the person who is additional messages for the person. So the person who is wondering is the person that they are involved with or interested in. Are they mourning somebody? Or are they mourning an ex? Like what the person dealing with somebody who was going through that or thought was going through that? What do they need to know? It's saying like you don't have anything to worry about. Like you don't have anything to worry about. The feeling is mutual. They wouldn't risk going back to their ex. Not just any ex, a toxic ex, right? We gotta remind ourselves that they wouldn't go back to a toxic ex. So for those of you who are like have trauma over the fact that like Oh no, what if they're like my ex? Oh no, what if they go back? If their ex came back, would they go back? Like, you know? For those of you who are thinking that or worried about that, the message coming through is, what are you worried about? What are you worried about? The person that this energy is dealing with is head over heels. Head over heels. They're like so in love, like the feeling is mutual, and even if they were thinking about like, oh, what would they do if the ex came back, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because that's a dead end story. And you obviously, the person who's dealing with this, you don't want to be with somebody who's still pining over their ex. Like, come on. Come on. Who does that? That's a very immature thing to do, right? And so, here is hoping that that was just a thought and that it didn't happen. And so for those who are like worried that this may be a problem, you just have to remember, okay, the person that is meant for you, that is going to love you, they're only going to have eyes for you. Right? What do you think, God? Am I telling them the right thing? What can I say? What can I say? God is saying, I'm telling you guys the right thing, but not everybody is going to believe it because they're not healed. They're not healed. But that's what we need to realize, right? The person that is meant for us is not going to hurt us like that, right? And vice versa. And so, what's the message here? For those of you who are going slow and steady out of fear that they'll be hurt, like out of fear, like for whatever that fear may be of like perhaps repeating the past or what have you, that needs to end because it's slowing down the momentum of the connection. I asked, is the X okay? Hello, Kurt Miller wrote hello. Welcome back. So when it comes to the X, okay, I asked, is the X somebody to worry about? Okay. And it's saying no, because the X is living in a fantasy. Living in a fantasy. And they're just kind of being like, I'm going to surround themselves. Like they're thinking they're going to surround themselves with people who are familiar. Okay, so like whoever they've dealt with in the past, that's who they're going to reach out to, who they're going to keep in their circle because they already have them in the palm of their hands, right? Wrapped around their fingers. And so it's a very manipulative tactic, like that I'm picking up. Like this person is very like this ex individual is very like manipulative. Okay, is what I'm picking up. And I will say that some of them are, it's not even like they're bad people. It's just that's who they're programmed to be like to it's almost like they don't know how to be. It's almost like, I will say this, like in order for somebody, is it okay, relax. There's so many like good questions. something about hurt, okay? Like, ask yourself, would what you do hurt the person, hurt somebody else? Anything else? Okay, let's wrap it up. This is so much. Wasn't this a little too much? Oh, too much. No. One final message. Yeah. Let's put this over here. Let's reshuffle. Just want one final message. Maybe something that we can all look forward to. What's the luck coming for those who are watching till the end? Right? Who are watching right now, live or later on, okay? What's the good thing coming towards this collective? And then you can choose 1, 2, 3, okay? Choose numbers 1, 2, or 3. First number comes to mind. You can choose all 3 if you want, but at least choose one number. And that'll be what's the luck coming towards. Okay, we'll make it quick. Alright. Whoopsie chose 3. Yeah. I'll spread it out now. So this will be for pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I'll give 1 card extra for each, and 1 more card extra for each. And then bottom of the deck. That's good, okay. Alright. So let's see what we have here. So for pile 1, this is pile 1. You have, oh, look at that. Oh. So for pile 1, the luck coming through is after, I'm getting for some of you, years of unsuccessful romantic encounters or connections. Like, things are going to pick up. Okay, I see here for that. It's going to get spicy. So for those, oh dang it, I forgot to choose one. This would have been a nice one to choose. I forgot to choose one. Hey, maybe I should write this down. Nah, it's okay. Let them find it. Okay. But yeah. This is nice. Yeah, I forgot to choose one. Gosh darn it. I don't know. I do like to. It's okay. I like to honor it. It's fine. But yeah, for pile 1, it's looking good. It's just like, there's something to be said about do not stand in your own way, though. I will say that. Okay, so pile 1 is just like this pile has a lot of love to give. They have like wanting to yeah, they have like, and I'm getting, they're very good at let's just say they love hard. Okay, they love very hard, and they're like the type to like go all in and stuff like that. And in the past, there has been some that has really taken advantage of their, uh, you know, either their generosity or their love or their time, something like that. But it's talking about how hello stuff is talking about how like um, they're finally going to there, and so yeah, yeah, it's pretty much just saying do not let the past affect your future in a sense, okay? And that, you know, I see it's going to be like very spicy, very romantic, and this is after a rough period of like not being fruitful in a sense. Okay, so pile two. Pile two. Oh, here. Pile two got this, this, and this. Oh, look at that. That's saying something, huh? So pile two, the luck coming your way is it's kind of weird. It's an indirect one. What you are hoping to get, you won't get, or something like what you get. I try to stay neutral. I try to stay neutral for all of them. But yeah, pile one was kind of hot. No, but um, yeah, pile two is talking more about how like um, rejecting something or being rejected by something that you may have had high hopes for and not coming to reality. It is for your own benefit. That is the luck. Okay, that's the luck coming through. Um, and it's talking about how it's okay to be choosy or particular. Like, you don't have to say yes to everything. Like, if something doesn't look like it's going to work out, or if there's no longevity to it, it may not be worth. Yeah, it may not be worth trying out because then you'll get your hopes up and you're trying to build an empire on uncertain grounds. Like it's saying, try to go into things like thinking like you can retire with them in a sense, like that kind of energy. And so there may even be an opportunity for you to reject something as well too, like if you end up getting like um, multiple offers or etc. Okay, all right. So right here, pile three, last but not least, look, oh, whoa. Okay, pile three. All right. Yeah, I will say pile one was the best one. Aw, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, so, you know, because I read energies, I am going to definitely pick up on what's coming in, you know, the people who are watching now and later. But definitely for pile three, I am picking up on like a depressed energy. But remember, I asked like, what's the luck coming in? Okay, so So I see here the luck is that, or rather the silver lining here is that when it comes to being in anxiety or feeling low and feeling like things are not going your way, it's almost as if I'm getting like right? I'm almost getting like somebody here is something about a handout. Okay, there's something about like somebody receiving help or support, or somebody is trying to give that or do that. And it's like but somebody here, instead of being like grateful for the help and the support and the abundance during possibly a low, very low time, instead of being grateful and just being, saying thank you, somebody here is taking it very hard on themselves. They're just like, oh my gosh, like all they can do is just, kind of live off of handouts or hand me outs or what have you, whatever it is. Like, and somebody here, they don't feel like, I don't want to say, because I don't want to say they don't think that they deserve it, but they definitely feel like they can do better and that they can achieve more, and they definitely don't like being in that situation. And so, but the blessing here is, it's kind of like how to accept help without conflict. Okay, and I know it sounds weird for it to come out that way, but there are definite, just like how some people, they don't know how to take compliments, some people, they don't know how to take help or assistance or stuff like that. And some people do, some people are great at accepting help and all of that. And so uh, everybody has their different strengths, etc. But I will say this, for those who gets guilty or have like low self-confidence or self-worth or something like that, when it comes to like not being able to stand on their own 2 feet confidently, if you look at it in that aspect, it can be admirable, like that somebody thinks like that they don't want to be a handout kind of thing. But it's like, just make sure you don't do it to the point, like, be in that energy to be inspired to keep things moving along, but don't stay there long enough to start feeling depressed, sad, and like putting yourself down, because it's not helpful. It's not helpful. Even perhaps the way this energy may react to help, for those who are willing to help without wanting anything in return, like, it's, at the end of the day, I see here somebody that doesn't want any problems, and they understand that it is a problem. Okay, something about not being able to be grateful without guilt, okay, without sadness and anxiety. And so this is something that the individual who is experiencing this needs to work on, okay? Yeah. All right. Anything else, God? What do you think? What do you think? Final message, or do you think we're good here? if Donald, if you have a, I know you're pretty good at asking questions. So if you have a question that you feel like asking, that can obviously benefit everybody in the room. Okay. Feel free to ask at this time. So everybody energetically be like, Donald. Ask this question. That was the time. And everybody's still in here. You have 1,000 questions. 1,000. Alright, well, let's hear one of them. Oh, I did say non-personal. Donald, not that kind of question. You're so funny. No, not that kind of question. I'm talking about, like, you have one for God. Oh my God, this is so funny. So funny. That's so funny. Nothing? Nothing? Oh, you guys. What do you mean it will be so hard, huh? Huh? Oh, yeah, I know, right? I know. Yeah. Imagine knowing the motives and intentions and the shadows and the dark side of your colleagues. It's oh yeah, it's not for everyone, I'll tell you that. Or I guess not just work wise, but anywhere. And it definitely comes in handy here. And so oh yeah. No, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that is why, I mean, I'm very, as you guys would imagine, I'm very understanding because I understand. I understand. And so, all I ask is for somebody who's just honest. you know? Imagine, like, knowing when somebody lies and you're just like, oh. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up with a love message, okay? With a love message, not specific to Donald, okay? Or just a love message that wants to come out. It's, you know what they say. With great powers comes great responsibilities. Okay, I'm going to do 3 piles. 3 piles for the love reading. And I'm going to write mine down this time. Okay? Okay. Alright, I wrote mine down. Everybody have theirs in mind. 1, 2, or 3. Okay? Your love messages. Okay? Oh, yeah? Oh, look at you guys. Okay. Love messages. final one. Bottom of the deck. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, I got a very hot energy. Okay. So pile one. We'll go with pile one first. Oh my gosh, look at that. Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Number one. Okay, strong Leo energy coming through. And there's sun, moon, rising, or Venus. What I get for the love message here is that there is a very strong, compatible connection that I'm picking up. Very compatible. They have a strong chemistry. They care about one another. There's definitely that physical attraction, and there's this feeling of support that I'm tapping into. I will say this though, somebody has a tendency to have like anxiety, okay? Like overthinking things, and it's not necessarily what somebody else said, it's somebody, or if somebody said something, or somebody did something, or didn't do something, they nitpick it apart, and they're just like, oh my gosh, did they notice? Did they care? Did they still like me? Did they, it's just like, so for this pile, I really hope, somebody here realizes that they are absolutely adored here. They're just like, they're cared about, and if there's any, insecurities or doubts as to whether or not the other person truly cares and wants to be there, is do they enjoy spending time with you, or do they find ways to be apart? Okay. And so, obviously, if there is like situation or what have you that is out of somebody's control, then it is what it is. Somebody here is being genuine, but the person who actually like cares, and the feeling is mutual, right? They naturally just gravitate towards one another, and it's easy and fun and chill. It feels nice to spend time together. That's what it is. And so, but yeah, I just keep getting somebody here has a tendency to overthink things, and thinking the worst, or thinking that maybe it's all in their head. But actions speak louder than words. I will say that. I will say that. Okay, pile two. Okay, oh, there you go. Pile two. Alright, so pile two. What I'm picking up is this one is up. Okay, so there is definitely this stuck energy. Okay, like somebody they don't really know, like they understand that there's like a whole world out there, that there's so many opportunities and people out there, so to speak, but somebody here feels like they need to hide Like they need to. You can't. There's something about somebody here feels like they can't be. Hold on. Yeah, pile two is a little. So, okay, so for pile two, there is this sense of like over analyzing things. Okay, there is this sense of over analyzing things, like, for an example, they'll be like, did they post? Did they message? Did they do this? Like they're trying to see if there's anything new or out of the ordinary, and they feel like, I don't want to say it's not good news, but something is up. Something is up. Ooh. I almost want to dig a little deeper. What is up? What do you think, God? What do you think? You think I should dig a little deeper for pile two? Yeah, okay. So what happens? What is going on in pile two? Remember this card? This is a little... Oh, wow. It has a silver lining to it. Thank God. Thank God. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, I'll lay it out for you. This is kind of like the scenario or whatever. What I see for pile two is that I'm picking up on somebody here who is very like notices everything, like whether that's energetically or just noticing like the details or just getting like that sense, and they realize that something is different, something is off. Whatever was before is no longer, and it's almost as if somebody here now is like in a panic. Okay, somebody here is in a panic, and they realize that if somebody is going to commit, they better do it quickly. Yeah, somebody is going to commit, they better do it quick. I feel like. Very funny, Donald. Very funny. No, I just have to say what I see. Yeah, I feel like definitely for this pile, watch it again. It's something is like hidden or something like that. What is going on? Tell me. No, tell me a little bit more about pile two. It's talking about like the past. Like if you let go of something in the past, like really have let it go. okay? Because it's not going to, like, it's like you need to let it go in order for you to move into the next one. So if there is anything, if there is like, I don't know, just looking into the past, or like if something didn't work in the past and why it didn't work in the past, and if somebody is afraid that what happened in the past may repeat, like stuff like that, you know, just let the past go. Oh yeah, so we have this here, the third pile, okay? Third pile. Oh. There you go. There you go. Okay, third pile. I like third pile. So for pile 3, it's talking about somebody here is happy. Somebody here is happy. They feel reciprocated. They feel loved, cherished, um, and so yeah. So but the question here is when. Okay, so somebody here is very happy. Like they really adore their partner. They feel like they would be like a great match or something like that. There's a lot of like harmony that I'm picking up with pile 3. However, I'm getting somebody here is thinking when would be the perfect time to do this, when would be the perfect time to do that. It's like for an example, when would okay, so for an example, it's like when would be a good time to meet each other's family, or like when would be a good time to get engaged, or when would be a good time to make things public, or you know, stuff like that, like just timing. Somebody here is very curious about the time and like how that is going to play out. Advice? I mean, it's saying, what are you waiting for? Again, if somebody still has a fear that, oh, what if something from the past gets repeated and stuff? Okay, well, that's that's your fear. Okay, that's your fear. That's your fear. But yeah, it's like sooner than later is what it's saying. It's just like if everything feels right, there's no fear. It just feels right. You know, there's like emotional reciprocation, there's harmony and stuff like that. So it's just like if fear is the reason why things are being prolonged or you know extended or what have you, it's just like why. So it's talking about confidently going forward because there is love. Like, why pretend to not be in love when you are? Aw, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. Okay, anyways, I think that's good, right? Anything else? Oh, wonderful. Okay, so for those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Anything else? Anything else I need to say? No, I think we've pretty much covered everything, right? You know, I usually just say planet Earth. But anyways, alright, thank you. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Very funny, Donald.